We're here with head coach Terry Rooney, and coach, you're coming off a 2-2 tough road trip at South Florida and Florida State, and you guys have 8 games left in this regular season. What do you guys have to do to make the postseason?
Well, first of all, I thought we had a pretty good week last week. Obviously, to go on the road and beat USF and go up there and get a win on Saturday night against Florida State. I certainly thought we played for the most part very well up in Tallahassee. Obviously, Friday was a great game. Their pitcher did a good job. Saturday we came out and really battled and got the win. And Sunday was a great college baseball game. Danny Winkler did a great job. It was 1-1 into late in the game, and obviously they came out on top. But we had a 2-2 week. But overall, again, to go on the road for those 4 consecutive games and come out 2-2, I was very pleased with. With 8 games remaining, I think it's safe to say that these 8 games are the biggest of the year. Without any question, there's not a lot of motivating I don't think I need to do in reference to this team. First and foremost, we need to do well in conference. I think that's the most important thing. We've got 2 weekends left. Obviously, tomorrow we play Bethune-Cookman. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we're at UAB. Tuesday, we've got a big RPI opportunity with Stetson, and then obviously Marshall to finish up the regular season. From my standpoint, from a postseason tournament, I feel very good in regarding our RPI. We've been inside the top 30 in the country from an RPI standpoint from several weeks now. We certainly have several outstanding wins, and we've got to continue to improve upon our record in conference. So there's no question these 8 games are going to dictate our postseason fate.
And as far as Danny Winkler, you mentioned him. He's had a couple great starts. He was a Friday night starter early in the year, went to the bullpen, and now he's come back kind of with a vengeance. What's the status on Danny Winkler?
Well, I'll tell you what, Wink is, as you know, as you alluded to, and everybody knows, Danny came in here and began the year as our Friday night starter and did a pretty good job. And went through a little bit of spell like a lot of pitchers do, where he just struggled with his command a little bit. So we brought him out of the bullpen, and his last couple outings have been fantastic. And I thought he pitched great at Florida State. Ran into a little bit of a tough inning, that last inning, but besides that, I thought Danny did a great job. Danny will obviously be back in the rotation this weekend when we go to UAB, and that's what we brought Wink in here to do. He came from a very successful junior college program, was a late-round draft pick last year, and we expect him, obviously to be a professional draft pick this coming year. But most importantly, and the same thing as Danny would tell you, is for him to have a couple more strong starts, and we need his 2 best outings of the year to be in conference, both against UAB and against Marshall.
And the other aspect behind Winkler and all your pitchers is this great fielding percentage. You guys have .976 fielding percentage, which would right now be a school record. And FSU's coach Mike Martin even complimented you guys for not even making an error all series. So maybe what's the difference? And I guess it's good for you guys to see your hard work in the summer paying off, I guess, right?
Well, I think for the most part, from a fielding standpoint, you're right. We've done a pretty good job for most of the year. I think experience plays a significant role in that. Obviously, up the middle, we feel like we're very strong, with Bo Taylor and Travis Shreve, Darnell Sweeney, Ronnie Richardson. That's an outstanding up the middle. If there's any adage to baseball, you need to be strong up there. I feel like we really are. Darnell Sweeney has certainly continued to improve from a defensive standpoint. D has started every single game, ever since he's been at UCF Knight. So obviously with that experience, comes a lot of poise, and he's done a great job for us. I think obviously what's important too is that you note that we went on the road and didn't make an error. That just not only tells to me not just physically what we're able to do defensively wise, but it shows the poise and composure that we had. I mean, when you go in that regional type environment up there, not to make an error, certainly says a lot about what I feel like we can do as the season goes on. And again, look, we've got 8 games left here during the regular season. I told our guys it's just a regular season, but we've got to play well. We know what we have to do. I think when you look at the entire body of work of what we've done, there's no question in my mind that I think we're deserving of a postseason bid and a postseason opportunity. There's a lot of games to be played, and obviously these 8 games are going to dictate that. But as of this moment, then you look at what we've done. Our strength of schedule is inside that. We've played one of the top 25 hardest schedules according to all the ratings and rankings in the entire country. So you've got a team that's played one of the top 25 toughest schedules in the country. From an RPI standpoint, we've been inside the top 30. We certainly have some outstanding wins both on the road and here at home. So it's certainly my hope, and I know everyone's hope in this program, that we finish the season strong during the regular season with these 8 games and hopefully position ourselves for an at-large bid.
Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck in your quest for the postseason.
Thank you very much.